Artificial intelligence is faster and better at some jobs than we are, and it's now replacing us.
If you're not using AI, then you should be worried. You should definitely be worried.
Atlassian cut 1,600 jobs, Amazon laid off 14,000 people, and there are reports Meta is planning to reduce its workforce by 20% to make way for AI.
I think some businesses may be using it as an excuse to lay off more people because they overhired. There is a certain amount of, we don't need as many humans as we used to associated with these cuts, which is really sad.
Software engineer Shaon Dawaka witnessed the rapid rise of AI. For 6 years, he worked for Meta in Sydney. When he first started in 2018, he says the AI was like an unreliable assistant.
In the early days, it was sort of gimmicky. It would hallucinate a lot. It would make a lot of really trivial mistakes that were easy to pick up for even like a novice engineer. But over time, certainly in the last 2 years, it's become exceptionally good.
He resigned in 2024 and launched a startup called Inbox API, which generates an email address that can be controlled by AI, enabling it to send and receive emails automatically. Currently, he has no human employees. Every facet of his work is AI generated.
I use Claude Code to write code. I'm using ChatGPT for marketing. I'm using Gemini to create videos. I use Perplexity to do really deep research or competitor analysis.
It costs him about $2,000 a month in AI subscriptions to run his company.
I'm really using every single tool available because the truth is it's cheaper than hiring a human, if I'm being frank.
He says every company should be considering AI tools to automate operations, and if they're not, they'll fall behind.
I think if a small business or any medium-sized business is not thinking about AI right now, they will be replaced or overtaken by businesses that are augmenting humans with AI by the end of this year.
Professor Clinton Free mapped Australian job listings and potential AI use and found statisticians, business analysts and software engineers were most at risk, whereas the safest jobs were rubbish collectors and gardeners.
I think going forward, we're likely to continue to see delayering of middle management jobs and jobs in white-collar professions continue to erode. And I think by 2028, 2030, we'll start to see autonomous workflows and agentic models really go mainstream.
For years, companies have been trying to harness AI to improve efficiency and productivity. Former PwC employee Donald King worked in the consultancy firm's AI Factory, which was responsible for building AI agents for companies.
The whole focus of the AI Factory and like the sort of tasks we worked on was to basically enable teams to do more with less. And so it was all around automating human tasks.
Do you know if any of these companies were able to shrink their teams or reduce their numbers because they were able to get AI to automate tasks?
Definitely. Some of the clients that we were working with, which was kind of a moral dilemma for me at the time, definitely shrunk their teams.
He says more companies are choosing to invest in AI rather than hiring staff.
If you're using AI, you're going to 10x your output. If you're not using AI, you're falling behind. And that applies for the businesses as well. So if the business is using AI, they're going to have much higher margins. They're going to have better profit margins. They're going to have better earnings. If you're not, you're going to die. So it really is adopt AI or die.
Graphic designer Uju Kim says AI is replacing her.
I felt a bit bitter because I've put a lot of time and effort into learning the skills, Photoshop skills, but AI can do everything right now, so it can feel like all that work becomes useless.
She's now at university learning how to use AI.
My first goal, which was like working in Melbourne. Working as a graphic designer in Melbourne is one of my goals. Yeah, so I'm just doing my best.
As a parent, I think about this a lot. What are the types of roles which are more resilient against AI? And I think human-centered roles and jobs which involve the real world physical touch, like some work in trades and construction, physiotherapy, human connectedness jobs.
The legal fraternity has been an early adopter of AI to submit filings to the court. But some lawyers have been caught out submitting unreviewed AI-generated documents with fake quotes and citations.
I've got my little hand-printed sign. Never show the output of an AI to a client or the court without reviewing it first.
Ben Shaw teaches law firms how to use AI. He has more than 3 decades of experience in tech and worked at Microsoft for 9 years.
So on the business side, we certainly see firms that are using AI to triage email, to draft memos and letters to clients, to do analysis of their own financials, things like that, to create presentations. And then on the practice of law side, we see them using AI for research. We see them using AI to brainstorm legal issues.
He says none of his legal clients have laid off staff because of AI, but he is concerned firms will hire fewer people in the future.
What I'm seeing is firms who are saying things like, well, we plan to hire 10 paralegals next year, but we're probably only going to hire 4. Or we plan to hire, X number of associate attorneys, we're going to hire fewer, that kind of thing.
Shaon Dawaka warns a job wipeout is coming and Australians aren't prepared.
I don't think we have the policy or infrastructure in place to support mass redundancies or displacement of jobs. I don't think our policymakers have really thought through it. And I fear for what happens when AI comes for our jobs.